this.
Get her to
Meta eliminates fact-checking in latest bow to Trump. Meta chief executive Mark Zuckerberg on Tuesday announced changes to content moderation on Facebook and Instagram, long sought by conservatives. Incoming President Donald Trump said the new approach was probably due to threats he made against the technology mogul. The move to replace third-party fact-checking with user-written community notes, similar to those on Trump's backer, Elon Musk's social media platform X, is the latest example of a media company moving to accommodate the incoming administration. It comes on the 4-year anniversary of Zuckerberg banning Trump from his platform after the 2021 January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Zuckerberg has been a target of Trump and his allies since he donated $400 million to help local officials run the 2020 election during the coronavirus pandemic. Those donations became part of a false narrative that the 2020 election was rigged against Trump. Although there has never been any evidence of widespread fraud or problems that would have changed the results. Nonetheless, Republican-controlled states have banned future donations to local election offices, and Trump himself threatened to imprison Zuckerberg in a book published in September during the peak of the presidential campaign. Hey, man, basically what they're telling us right now is that our oligarchs in our country, which we do have, are stepping forward now. They understand they got a person in office who's going to give them exactly what they want. He's going to enrich and empower them to the point where they want to be.
Look, check it out. Homeboy had it right when Jeff Bezos, when he was like, "Don't publish that in my paper about who you want Kamala Harris for president." They don't publish none of that stuff in my paper because he knew what it was. A lot of news organizations, you saw how they stood there, bro, and they was like, they didn't really talk bad about him because they're like, yeah, we can talk shit about him all day, right? But what if he wins?
Yep. Then
who are we to him? So everybody, they're smart. They're like, hey, look, they're going to make sure they're going to do their part to make it where they're not insulting him. Because like I'm saying, he has the power of a king. He's going to put some stranger in charge of the FBI. He'll be like, hey, he'll be on X or whatever, looking up. He'll be like, yo, find this person, lock him up.
Bro. For them to be able to run the platforms like this is our media. This is our media in our country.
Yeah.
It should be illegal for when an incoming administration comes in for you to have to capitulate to the will of their personal whims, not like administrative, not like any of their policy, like true policy ideas, anything like that, but just their personal, how they feel. This is how this should be ran. That does become
my poor brother.
No, I'm just saying
that's how it used to be. Remember, that's the word we're gonna have to start using now. That's how it used to be.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't have been able to do this. You shouldn't have been able to do that too. It don't matter no more, bro. They get to make the rules.
Absolutely.
They get to create a whole new country that they want. That's why he can float the idea of taking Greenland. That's why he can float the idea of taking Panama. Because if he feels like doing it, they're gonna do whatever they want.
Mexico. Change the name of the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, it's just his ideas are just getting ridiculous when it comes to all that. But when I'm looking at this right here, what I'm really starting to see, because if you look at the next guy who really got it, who Meta, because Mark Zuckerberg is showing us that he's not really who he's been pretending to be. He basically came out and said the reason why he's doing this because he sees that the country is going in a different direction, and he believes that the government overreach. He's just basically capitulating to the whole entire idea of what the right and the far right is kind of turning into. I mean, and the fact of the matter is that we voted this into power.
Yeah, the winner gets to write the history. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, true.
What do you know about the Native Americans before the Europeans got here?
I mean,
honestly, answer that question. Like, what do you know about Native Americans before the Europeans got here?
I mean, we probably went and talked to them about their history.
Yeah,
we probably learned some more.
What do we know? Exactly. If you go in there and you ask them, they'll tell you. Yeah. But what you learned in school, what do you know? You don't know anything about them.
Because they don't know anything about them.
Bro, I remember I was in school, bro, and they made it seem like, they're like, well, the settlers, they were coming expanding through the Midwest. They're like, but those natives were trying to stop them and kill them at every chance. And they made it seem like the natives were the bad people. Then I got older and I was like, oh, they were getting terrorized.
Yeah, they were just taking their stuff.
They're taking their shit. And they took it. And then they took this election again. And now they're going to make a whole MAGA world where it's going to be illegal for women to have not be married with single kids. Gay people can't get married no more or have no rights. We can say whatever the fuck we want now on everywhere, which I'm fine with. Black people are going to get tormented and not be equal citizens anymore and not be able to make the same amount of money or get apartments. And wait, Wait, no, we're already doing that. Well, good luck, everyone else. Good luck, everyone else.
No, but what I'm also at the same time, though,
they're gonna kill us more. Oh, not more.
Also,
oh, darn.
Also, at the same time, though, you got to look at it from a perspective of he just brought in Dana White to be on his, be on his board pretty much here, and this is like showing you the direction all this is going in. We're starting to allow the stuff, the quiet part that wasn't said out loud before is now being said out loud. Now we're starting to become like a country like I said, Putin in Russia, where the oligarchs get to sit out front. This is what we have. We have oligarchs here. He just bought an election. Elections have been bought before, but never to the point to where the person's living in your backyard. That's how much you owe me. You owe me so much right now that I'm about to go live in your backyard until I get what you owe me.
Live in your backyard? No, you gonna live in your backyard.
Do you know that Elon Musk is staying in like one of his on Mar-a-Lago, staying in like one of his suites in Mar-a-Lago, $2,000 a night suite in Mar-a-Lago. He probably got that as part of the deal. Yeah. You know what I mean, he's probably got that as part of the deal, or a way for him to start kicking some money back a certain kind of way. Period. That's what's going on right now. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, to me right now, we got to get serious about what's happening right in front of us. Watch all of them and the way that they move during this time, because right now, you got the foxes in the hen house.
You know what? Straight up in the hen house. It kind of seems like? It kind of seems like they're kicking their politicians out of politics.
Kind of. Very much so. Very much so.
I mean, you could actually consider Donald Trump to be draining the swamp.
I wouldn't say that. I think all he's doing is emboldening. I think all he's doing is bringing the people up from the private parties that they used to have before, when they catch him on tape, on a secret camera, and they're saying, "I'm gonna get out here. You give me $1 billion, I'll make sure you can drill anywhere you want to. Put. I mean, what's
the difference of even though it's going to affect all our lives and probably destroy us after a while. But I mean, what's the difference from him doing that and you doing that? Like when you start a business, but you got some homies, you got a homie that can cook. You got homies that are drivers. You got homies that can move boxes.
This is a much grander scale. That's the thing. Because we don't affect what we do.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect the entire country and by default the world at the same time. What they're doing is affecting the world too at the same time. It's not just a small part of it. You know what I mean? Like just us and the homies.
Reality TV is cooked right now.
People, huh?
Reality TV is cooked right now.
I mean, all of this is reality TV at this point in time. It's just crazy, man. But
yeah.